about today we came from everywhere in the Quran about wealth. Wealth. What do we call wealth? Say wealth is the words you say. How wealthy is your world? How rich are you internally? How good are you with your faculty? How is your thinking excellency? How healthy is your paper? How much you earn from your words? How strong are your words? How responsible are you with your words? So wealth is not really paper value attached, but the theory and accumulation of cluster of what your faculty could put together as thoughts and words. The true value of a man is not in the test of time, but in what that he must have put together in practice and in his doings, in his everyday doings. First, wealth. What's that's definitely general definition of wealth. Who has it gathered was the first thing listed here. He said in Quran 104 verses 2 to 4. الذي جمعها حالا وفدا يحسبها ماله أكلدا. That is كلا لا ينبذن في الحطمة. Who piled up wealth and laid it by thinking that his wealth would make him last forever. By no means he will be sure to be thrown into that which breaks into pieces. That is, if your words are not healthy, they're just wealthy on head. And it's not the good only thing, all goods. Like we said in our last lecture from being a Muslim, all goods. You see this world is all about you getting those happiness and everything that is free. If you could pay for them with your words, pay the right currencies, you dictate how you live your life and not let people dictate everything to you, because the heart of man is generally wicked towards the next person, not intentionally, but just like that. It's a general phenomenon. You ask a person, you need this, and he's like defensive at first. That's in protecting his wealth, not in giving out anything else, but just the basic fundamental. Seeing that thing is like wealthy to him. Telling somebody you need water, that it's freest gift of nature. Air accumulated together that gives water. It's like, what do you want it for? Defensive, because that's part of their wealth as well. Their words that become that stays over time, and time that accumulates that becomes wealth. Like you go to through primary school to really quantify what you have internally, because everything 40 years before you were created and 40 years after, like you have been in some hadith, 40 years before you were created, God had put everything in you. 40 years after you were created, people are still looking for what God had put in you. So you go through primary stages, first stage of life, which is 7. You put you through the religious knowledge, not on a social scale, but on a informal scale. Put you through the first stage of life. You get to understand the basic rudiments about your family and their words and how they practically do their things. So they put you out on a social scale, and then henceforth you go through all forms of definition, and at a particular period of life you become an adult. That's where they need you to really express things you had learned, or you have been able to put judgment to and put scripts around by passing through various stages. So you become a family man with your own nuclearity or some extension or multiple nuclearity. Let's put it as extension, and because every unit puts in a described phase becomes a nuclearity. And nuclearity is what, like a bomb, go into it and either blow up destructively or you blow up constructively. So there is a two-faced thing. So definitely, you see, this wealth thing, who has it gathered? Nobody, because at the end of the day, you gather everything and you still leave it as the word that you even said, the word that comes out of your mouth, the same thing as your word, because you leave it behind, and those words you leave it there. I told somebody, even if I said anything where I said it, I didn't say anything in particular, because even if you record it, I could still say I didn't say anything, because the understanding everybody crave is definitely with God, and with the time, which is definitely good, because the word is wealth, is richer than egg that the female produces, just because you're already alive. But those females still brings out egg fertilized with sperm, and all you have is still the same wealth, because your children also, they are what? Your wealth. Wealth are children, and the next thing we're talking about is written here in the Quran. Quran 18, Surah Al-Kahf. Surah Al-Kahf, you read and you hear here saying, Quran 18, chapter 48 says, وَأُرِيدُ الْعَرَبِكَ سَبَلَكَ جِئْتُمْ كَمَا خَلَقْنَاكُمْ أَوَّلَ مَرَّةٍ بَدَأْتُمْ ثُمَّ لَنْ نَجْعَلَ لَكُمْ مَوْعِيدًا. And they will be marshaled before thy Lord in ranks with the announcement, now have ye come to us, ye as we created you first. Ye thought we shall not fulfill the appointment made to you to meet us. That is, you feel those children are going to hinder your death, or they are going to hinder judgment based on your own practicality, or based on everything else you must have done. And they will be marshaled. That is, you'll be lined up on a single file before God. So in every nuclearity you've created, wealth and sons. And in Quran 46 it says, Ammalahu wa banum nazinatu hayati dunya wa baqiyatu salihatu khairun jarabika thawaba wa khairu amallah. Wealth and sons are allurements of the life of this world, but the things that endure, good deeds, are the best in the sight of thy Lord as reward, as best as the foundation for hopes. As best as the foundation for hope.